This is Clay Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
Welcome back to the campus of Glenville State High School, where we are just about set and ready to kick off between the Gilmer County Titans and the Clay Battelle Seabees. The Seabees won the toss and elected to take the ball, Chance, so we'll get to see the Seabees on offense for the first time. Now, I'll ask you personally, are you a defer or are you a take the ball kind of guy?
I'm a defer. That way, if you get down early in a game, you got that chance to get back-to-back possessions. But at the same time, I do feel LaPoe's trying to prove a point here. Let's take the ball and score. And every once in a while, there is games. That's the best advantage to take.
Yep. All righty. Looks like Cody Clovis, Santa Fe, is back from his ankle injury, and he will start as the deep return man along with Braden Ponseroff. The kicker for Gilmer County is number 70. That is Richard Bush. Also the defensive end and the right guard. And I said he was probably their best offensive lineman as well. As Clay Battelle is in their white jerseys with silver helmets and dark gray pants. As we start here, CBs will work from our left to right as we are posted up in the away side of the grandstands here tonight. Referees blow their whistle. They hold. Waves it up. A small but pooching kick, and it goes straight over to Caleb Hall. Hall gets close to midfield, and he'll be tackled at the 49-yard line of the Seabees, and that is where they will take over first down and 10. Okay, Chance, you've had 3 weeks to think about it here. Are you a go to the end zone straight away, or do you churn some yardage on the ground here if you're Coach Aaron LaPoe and starting out?
I'm going to churn some yards. I think since he took the ball first, he's also thinking the same thing.
All righty, they break the huddle here. It looks like two receivers lined up to the right, a tight end on each side. Caleb Hall, the tailback, is to Corey Cohen's right. They motion out the tailback, and they're going to throw a swing pass. I think Trey Huggins went just a little bit early. I think it's going to be a false start here on the Seabees. And they are going to call a false start on the Seabees, so that'll back it up here to the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line, and they will take over first down and 15 there. It looked like a new wrinkle in the playbook there, Chance, motioning out the tailback, and just a little bit of a delay there.
Yeah, I'd never seen that look before, I don't feel. As far as formation we may have and how they ran off of it, don't recall seeing.
All right, they break the huddle here. Same formation. Looks like Cooper Payton is the tight end lined up behind the right tackle of Zach Gump. Colt Sandy is lined up on the line. They hand it off to Hall. Hall bounces to the outside, breaks one tackle, and is not going to get away from the other, but he's tackled by a whole host of Titans and pulling himself forward into Titan territory, and he's tackled at the 45-yard line of Gilmer County, a gain of 10 on the play, and that'll bring up second down and 5 for the Seabees.
Actually, a gain of 11. We started at the 49.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
So
11 at the 44, yeah, so a gain of 11 on the play. So a good start there for Caleb Hall. He still remains the tailback here. Same formation. Ponseroff is the slot receiver. Trey Huggins is the receiver closest to the sideline. They roll out. Corey Cohen looking to throw. He throws it to Ponseroff. It gets beyond the defender. A great throw by Cohen, and it just bounces off the hands of Ponseroff, and it falls incomplete. Third down and 5 for the Seabees.
Couldn't tell if that was tipped or not. That was awful close right there.
It looked maybe like it was tipped, but still a really good throw to get it above the defender and just into the hands of Ponseroff. And that's really the only reason why I could think that Ponseroff kind of dropped it there. 11:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Same formation, Twins receivers to the right. Caleb Hall is to Corey Cohen's right as well. Doing a little tap-toe at the line of scrimmage. LaPoe waiting, and he calls a timeout here. He was looking to draw them off sides to get an easy first down and 10. The Titans do not budge, and LaPoe takes his first time out of the game. Don't blame him for that call there.
No, you took the ball first. If the play ain't there, take a look at it, talk about it, see what they come up with here.
11:08 once again left to go here in the first quarter. It's still 0-0, but we've only had 2 offensive plays so far, a 11-yard Caleb Hall run and an incomplete pass intended for Braden Ponceroff. That brings it to 3rd down and 4 here for the CBs at the opponent 45-yard line. The line to gain is the 41. They go back into the huddle here, and they break it. Looks like Twins receivers over to the far side of the field this time on the left. Caleb Hall lined up on the left side of Corey Cohen, so the formation is just switched here. Snap is a little high, but it's corralled. Hall into the open field. He's got a man. Oh, he was very close to an open field touchdown there, but the last guy between him and the end zone was number 10. That was Drayden Shackelford there on the tackle. And it is a first down for the CBs as they take the ball inside the 30 over to the 25-yard line. First down and 10 as we have the clock rolling on 10:55 left to go here in the opening quarter.
I do think we're rotating some tight ends out for receivers. We may be spreading them out here, Ethan.
So you saw more of a spread substitution. Yep, I'm seeing Bragg. I'm seeing Clovis as well. Yeah, 4 wide receivers here. Snodgrass is now the running back. Cohen drops back to pass. He looks over to his right. It's 2-on-1 to Clovis. Clovis had it in his hands, but it's dropped and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 here for the CBs. Chance, it was 2-on-1 there, but Corey Cohen threw an excellent ball, and Clovis may have just heard the footsteps a little bit of those Gilmer County Titans.
Yeah, at this point in time, Corey ain't off at all. He doesn't seem like the bye week has bothered him. Everybody else starting to show maybe them a little bit, I don't want to say jitters, but just trying to get back in the routine off that bye week.
10:29 left to go here in the opening quarter. Still 0-0 here at Gilmer County High, or I guess on the campus of Glenville State University. And the clock runs here. It's a handoff. Actually, Corey Cohen's going to keep it for himself. He gets past the sticks inside the red zone and actually in goal-to-go territory as it goes inside the 10 there. They're going to mark him down at what looks like the 6.
I think that was a 19-yard carry by Corey.
And Chance, we talked about it. I mean, they haven't really been tested in the pass game, and you're trying to test them out yourself. It's not working. But at the same time, this run defense of Gilmer County not really showing to be too formidable to this rushing attack of the CBs.
Yeah, the lane right there for Cohen to get through was a huge hole.
1 receiver on each side here. 2 tight ends lined up behind the right side of the offensive line. Snodgrass is to the right of Corey Cohen. He gets the handoff. He's got a big gaping hole, and he's tackled by the outside linebacker. He's going to be marked short at the half-yard line there. Tackled by, it looked like, Logan Ayers on the tackle there. Actually, no, sorry, that was Oliver Hulse on the tackle there for the Titans, but it does bring the ball at 2nd down and goal at about the 1.5-yard line. Same formation here, 2 tight ends lined up on the right. Snodgrass is to Corey Cohen's left. Fakes the handoff. Cohen goes into the end zone, virtually untouched. Touchdown, CBs, and they take a 6-0 lead with 9:19 left to go here in the opening quarter. Chance, this is exactly how you wanted to start the drive. You threw in some pass plays there. You need to get that going a little bit. It did fall incomplete, but the rushing attack looks really good for the CBs so far tonight.
Yeah, they were controlling the line of scrimmage up front.
You've seen a lot of gaping holes there, for sure.
Nobody's been hit until they've got past the line of scrimmage.
1 receiver lined up far to the left. That's Trey Huggins here. Looks like Ponceroff is lined up as a tight end, maybe in a bunch formation. Cohen takes the ball on a QB keeper. He gets bounced at the line of scrimmage but falls forward into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. So the CBs take an 8-0 lead there on the Gilmer County Titans. And now on the first possession on defense for the CBs coming up here with 9:19 left to go in the first quarter. All right, Chance. So we've seen kind of the rushing attack be very, almost too easy there in that first drive, as we probably thought it would. Looking on film, the rushing attack looked to be very easy against this Gilmer County Titans defense. But you're seeing a little bit of problems there on offense, but I think you can definitely chalk it up to what you said earlier, maybe a little bye-week rust.
Yeah, I think that may be the reason that LePeau decided to take that ball right off the bat, is he knows his team's been off for 2 weeks, and it's better to get the rust off the offense early.
Yeah, absolutely. So the kickoff about set and ready to go here. Ponceroff is going to kick this one off from the left hash of the 40-yard line. Once again, CB's working from our left to right as they scored on the first possession and a 2-point conversion to make it 8-0. Back deep to return for the Titans is number 10, Drayden Shackelford, and Tyler Ratliff, the all-around back, you could say, wide receiver, tight end as well. We also are seeing on the sidelines here J.J. Doshin and Corey Cohen still working on their snaps here. A squib low line driving kick goes right through the middle. Looks like it's going to be a very good kickoff coverage there by the Seabees as Cody Clovis makes a tackle there of Tyler Ratliff, and they're going to take over at their beyond their own 20-yard line. It's actually going to be marked at the 17-yard line, Chance.
Yeah, he got 1 yard. Clovis got a hold of him and just slammed him down.
Really good kick there by Ponceroff. Low driving kick to the ground.
Yeah, you don't expect the squib to go that deep, get back in there, but it did.
On the next kickoff, I'll tell you about the strategy behind these kickoffs because they've been a lot better ever since the Frontier game. All right, they line up in their spread formation. Actually, they're going to motion in one wide receiver in at running back, so they have a running back on each side, a tight end, and 2 wide receivers. The quarterback is on the keeper. He reverses field going from his left to right. I don't think he got anything, maybe actually a loss of a yard on the play as they're going to mark him down at the 16-yard line. That was Remington Huffman on the carry.
We also have a flag for illegal procedure on Gilmer. I'd probably take the play if I'm LePeau.
Yeah, I may think about it.
So I think they lost 2 on the play.
Five men in the backfield. And good call, Chance. Decline the penalty, take the down, and it's second down. And
should be 17. I don't think they're on the 17 anymore. I think that scoreboard's off because that ball's laying on the line.
All right, they line up in that stick-eye formation now. Tight box for the Seabees here. As they hand it off to the tailback, that's Ratliff. Ratliff going absolutely nowhere. The Seabees controlling the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be marked down for another loss on the play. Is this going to be back beyond the 15 now, almost to the 14-yard line, 3rd down and 13.
I know I mentioned one of the keys on defense was controlling the line of scrimmage. Looking pretty good right now.
Boy, they are. 5-man front there for the Seabees as well. As we almost 6 now. As Caleb Hall, one of the slot backs, is lined up tight, almost like an extra defensive end. Stick-eye formation again. They hand it off to Ratliff over to the right. He tries to get past maybe to the line of scrimmage, and I think that's where he's going to be marked down, as it's going to be 4th down here. No gain on the play. Or nope, they're going to mark him over a yard, so he gets a yard on the play. 4th down and 11 as we approach under 8 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Still 8-0 Seabees, and the Gilmer County Titans are going to have to punt. By the way, Chance, looking on film here, they do not line up like a normal punt. They line up in a shotgun, almost like a quick punt formation that was made famous by the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. It's a nice sky punt there for the Seabees, and Ponceroff is going to catch it in his own territory. He goes across the 40-yard line over to the 30. On the far sideline, the 20, the 15, cuts in field, and he's in! Touchdown, Braden Ponceroff! I asked for the special teams and the defense to maybe outscore. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Where's the flag marked down? I don't even see one. Oh, I see it. It's marked down at the 25-yard line of Gilmer County, and this one's coming back. Holding against the receiving team, so that will back the ball up. The touchdown will come off the board here.
And the special teams will lose them 6 points.
If you listen to the pregame show, we challenged the coaching staff. We said, do you think by the end of the season that you can score as many points on defense and special teams as you give up? Well, we'll see. Still plenty of time left to go in this game, and remember, they had 2 pick sixes last week. So the ball is now placed at the far side of the 35-yard line, first down and 10 for the CBs. Corey Cohen gets the play call here from his play calling head coach, Aaron LePeau. They break the huddle here. 2 tight ends lined up, one on each side, Twins receivers to the right. Cohen rolls to his right, steps, sets his feet, throws it towards the end zone, and it's tipped in. Almost had another play there, and there's another flag on the field.
That's in the holding area. That ain't a guarantee.
But it was so late after the throw. Ineligible man downfield is going to be the call. That's fine. That's 5 more yards for Corey to throw it deeper to the end zone. Anyways.
I thought Ponceroff was going to catch that.
I really did too. And, it held in there in the air after being tipped by the defender. To tell you the truth, I think the Titans played that about as well as you could. You tipped the ball. You got in front of them. Ponceroff is just that good of a receiver. He's going to have to shake this rust off. 7:18 left to go here in the opening quarter. CBs have the ball up 8. Cohen hands the ball off to Hall. He gets across the 35-yard line, tackled by 2 men on the defensive line.
Just to let you know, they denied that penalty. That was 2nd and 10.
Interesting. So that'll bring up 3rd down and about 6 after the gain of 4 on the play by Caleb Hall, as we approach under 7 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Chance, it's weird. You hear sound coming from the PA, and they're on scaffolding. But where are the speakers?
I'm looking.
I can't find any. Anyways, Twins receivers to the right here. Corey Cohen in the backfield in a shotgun. They fake the handoff to Hall. It's going to be a bubble screen there to Ponceroff. Ponceroff recorrals it. It's going to be tackled by the outside linebacker. He's moving forward. He's going to be very close to that first down marker. I do think he got there, as the line to game was about the 25 and a half, and I think he got to the 25. But back to the whole speaker thing, I honestly think they might be on the track. It's extremely odd. It's one of those things where you don't know where the sound is coming from. It will be a first down here for the CBs, as they are inside the 25, actually to the 24. Twins receivers to the left this time. Cohen going to roll to his left, looking, incomplete. He really tried to thread the needle there, intending it for Trey Huggins, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. It might have been their chance, I think, if he would have not pump faked and then tried to force it, but on the 2nd attempt, he really tried to thread the needle there, and it's really lucky it wasn't picked off, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, we kind of felt like getting into our athletes would be to our advantage this game, and so far Gilmer's been able to at least have decent coverage on most of these pass plays. 2nd
down and 10 here for the CB. Snodgrass is now into the game at running back. He's lined up on Corey Cohen's left. Twins receivers to the left. They hand it off to Snodgrass. He gets past the 20, inside the 20 now to about the 18, I want to say. And yeah, it looks like it's actually going to be marked at the 17. And the line to gain is the 14. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 4 here as we approach 5:20 left to go here in the opening quarter. CB's had the ball in the red zone, up 8. The first defensive possession for the CB's was a 3-and-out force by them. Snap is good. They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass has an easy hole, breaks one tackle, invites contact into the end zone. Touchdown, Clay Battelle.
Beautiful hole made by the line there.
You could have driven your Camry through that, right?
Yep.
I think so. How long was that touchdown there? 18 yards?
18 yards.
18-yard touchdown there by Caleb Snodgrass to make it a 14-0 game with 4:57 left to go in the opening quarter. 2-point conversion pending here. This is where you like to bring out your little tricky stuff, Chance.
It is interesting. These are the ones you get to play with a little bit.
Yeah. Bunch formation here with 2 tight ends, almost 3. Pitch it to Snodgrass. Snodgrass going to bounce to the outside, invites the contact, and he's in. 2-point conversion, good. And a 16-0 lead for the CBs. So, Chance, once again, a little bit of the same here. The rushing attack is making it almost too easy, but you're also trying out some things if you're the CB's offense, and the passing game just really hasn't been working, which is extremely surprising.
It is, and I mean, it may be one of them, good to get this lead so we can play with that just a little bit more.
You're always going to have probably one game where you can't really pass the ball that well, and let me tell you, if the rushing game is working this well, you definitely would love it to be this game that the passing attack doesn't work all season.
Yep, I agree.
So 4:57 left to go here in the opening quarter, and the CBs lead by a score of 16-0. Gilmer County went 3 and out on their first possession. They've actually never even got the ball past the original line of scrimmage, as it was 2 losses and then a gain of 1, but it brought up 4th down and 11. Okay, so Chance, I wanted to talk about this tee strategy that they have here. If you notice, when he places the ball down, he places it sideways, and the tee is upside down.
I see that now.
So the ball is sideways, laying flat on the ground here, and this is what causes this low driving kick, and it bounces, and it's going to go out of bounds for a legal procedure, but at the same time, you don't mind that. So the ball is going to be placed, I think, at the 35-yard line of Gilmer County, and that's when they'll take over. 1st down and 10 here with 4:57 left to go in the opening quarter. So we approach about 20 minutes into this game. So there we go. Being placed at the 35, and they're going to line the ball up on the right hash here. So that's an interesting development.
Does it have to be spotted the side the ball went off of?
That's a good question. I didn't think about that. Maybe. Stick eye here for the Gilmer County Titans with 2 fullbacks and a toss here to Ratliff. Ratliff tries to reverse field, and probably to his detriment there, as Huggy Bear and Josh Wilson, 2 seniors on the defensive line, tackle him for a loss. And the ball is now placed beyond the 30-yard line at the 29, and it's a timeout taken by the Gilmer County Titans. Negative yardage total so far for the Titans. Now, albeit it's 2 drives.
He keeps thinking the cutback's going to be there.
Yeah.
We're doing an excellent job of watching the counter. The guys are coming around just deep enough to follow, and when he stops and goes to go back that way, which evidently maybe he's been able to do this season, it's just not there versus us.
But at the same time, though, Chance, you do the cutback and reverse field when you have more speed to beat everybody, and I don't think you're going to beat this team in speed. Interesting development here, Chance. We have a catapult launching T-shirts into the crowd, and I'm nervous because I am in a corner on the highest point that I can be in this away grandstands.
And that was close to you. That was a head smacker if it was over here on these bleachers, not you. Theirs.
Let's just hope he keeps it on that side of the bleachers, All right, spread formation this time, a little speed option for the Titans, and if he got back to the line of scrimmage, that was probably it. Nope, another loss on the play of a yard, and that is going to bring up 3rd down and 19 here for the Titans as we approach 4:20 left to go in the opening quarter. 3rd down and 18.
Was that 3 on the carry there?
No, I believe that was 10.
That was 10, okay.
Actually, I think it might have been 7. 7's lined up as the running back again. Anyways, spread formation here, 2 receivers on each side. The running back is to the quarterback's right. They drop back to pass here. Pocket collapses. He looks to throw. He's got a man wide open, and it's caught. And that's going to be the biggest gain so far, and it's going to put the Titans in positive yardage. They're into opponent territory. Little lapse in the coverage there as number 10, Drayden Shackelford, one of the wide receivers, just kind of got past the zone there, and it's an easy completion there of more than 20 yards. How much was that
28.
total? 28 yards.
Was that number 10 on the catch?
Yeah, it was number 10.
Yeah, that gets them out of the negative yardage thing they were on.
They break the huddle here. Looks like they're going to keep into that shotgun formation, but it's going to be a tight end lined up on the right, single receiver to the right, 2 to the left. It's actually a pistol. This is a new formation here for Gilmer. And they hand it off to their running back. That's number 7, Ashton Hamry. And he gets a nice little gain on the play of about 4 yards, and the ball is brought to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 6. The clock is running here. Under 3 minutes now left to go in the opening quarter. Spread formation here. 2 receivers on each side. Quarterback claps his hands together. Huffman. Pocket collapses. Looks to run. Now going to throw. Incomplete. The intended receiver was the tight end. It was number 8, Roderick Page. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Titans. They've shown that they're probably got, well, of course they've got the advantage in the passing game here because the passing game hasn't really worked for Clay Battelle so far.
No, it has not. And you're right, they're outthrowing them, which is shocking.
3rd down and 6 here. They break the huddle. Looks like 2 receivers lined up on each side. Nope, they're going to motion the tight end, Roderick Page, from left to right. Huffman claps his hands together, going to throw a deep post route, and it's complete over to Ratliff. Trey Huggins on the coverage and immediately tackles him, but it's going to be a 1st down.
It's a 16-yard catch.
Inside the 25 to the 24, and the Titans are moving here. 1st down and 10 with 2:30 left to go in the opening quarter.
You know, we have not mentioned this is Gilmer County's homecoming.
You are
so
correct.
They do have a lot to play for. Plus, right now, both of these teams are in the WVSAC
top 16.
Top 16.
Yeah, they
both
would make the playoffs.
Teams.
Both would be playoff teams if the season ended today. 2 receivers lined up to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback, Huffman, claps his hands together. 3-step drop, throws an out route, and it's complete. Over to Ratliff. And Trey Huggins gets beat again on an out route, and it's inside the red zone, inside the 20 to the 15. A timeout now taken by the Seabees, and probably a good idea here if you're Coach Aaron LePau.
Yes.
That was Ratliff, by the way, on the reception.
3 or 1?
3.
3? Okay. My bad, I missed that one.
Huffman is the quarterback, number 1. 1:59 left to go here in the opening quarter. All right, Chance, put me in the mind of the defensive coordinators here. Do you think you're just giving them too much space here and you got to trust your athletes to hang with these guys man on man and play tight? Yeah, Smack them at the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, I think we were zoning up because we thought we could get a little bit more pressure. We are getting pressure, but their quarterback's doing a good job of, either stepping up or moving out, whichever one's available, and being able to pick up that little bit of extra time. I mean, me and you had discussed earlier this week that we felt that the quarterback was the best athlete on the team, and he's showing that right now.
Showing it with his arm, not his legs, is the surprising part. All right, stick eye this time for Gilmer County with 2 fullbacks and a tight end on each side. They motion the tailback out wide. They're going to hand it to one of the fullbacks here. That's the usual tailback in Ashton Hamrick. And very short gain on the play. He only needed 1 to get the 1st down. He may have gotten it here. They are not going to say he got it. He got no gain on the play, and it will bring up 3rd down in inches here for Gilmer. The stick eye has not worked at all for the Titans, but the spread formation has. And, in fact, the passing game is what has worked so far for Gilmer County. Do you take a risk here, and it's guaranteed 4-down territory if you try to get it here? Yeah. Well, it is the stick eye this time. Hand it off to the fullback here. If he may have gotten there. That was Hamrick on the carry.
They get first down.
They are going to mark it as a first down. Yep. So a good little drive here by the Titans as it's inside the 15, about to the 13-yard line of Clay Battelle.
And this part of the field it tightens up in the red zone and doesn't give you as much room to work.
Especially to pass, which is what has gotten them to this point so far. Stick eye this time for Gilmer County. Lined up with two fullbacks. And it looks like, I believe that was Ratliff on the carry there. He gets nothing on the play, maybe a loss actually. So Chance, the handoff to the deep back, Ratliff, has not worked at all. But the fullback has given you some yardage at least.
Yeah, I'm going to bring a second line. I think that's going to be the last play of the first quarter.
Don't have to run another play if you don't want to, as you're approaching 10 seconds. Play clock at 15 here. Spread formation. Two receivers lined up to the left, one to the right. Running back on the quarterback's left. They're going to drop back to pass here, throw it towards the end zone, and it's caught. It was caught just short of the end zone, and another one of the tight ends, Cody Smith, who was lined up out wide, gets it into the scoring zone. Touchdown Titans, and they trail 16-6 after the end of the first quarter. Now, I wonder how this works, Chance. If you score in the final play of the first quarter, do you take it to the other side for the two-point conversion?
No, you keep it on the same
okay.
end. They'll switch sides after the extra point. It's a non-time down.
So two-point conversion pending here for the Gilmer County Titans. Shotgun formation this time. Two receivers on each side. Ratliff is the running back. Going to be a QB keeper here. It's actually a speed option. Ratliff going to get very close to the goal line. He's not there. Two-point conversion, no good. And the Seabees retain a 10-point lead at 16-6. So we move to the second quarter now, and a little bit antsy here if you're Clay Battelle. Obviously nothing to panic about. You still have a one-score lead. But at the same time, though, the passing attack is what's worked for Gilmer County, and that may be what concerns you a little bit going into the second quarter.
Yes, I mean, they're kind of showing that they, how you want to say, they ain't going to be out of the ball game. If they can keep passing, they're going to do it. At the same time, if you're able to take the ball and just, run it down their throat like they have been, get down here and put another score up, put pressure on them before the half to get back down and score.
At the same time, though, Chance, I mean, I wonder with this spread look if they're showing different stuff that they haven't really shown before. We talked about the fact that against Richwood and maybe Webster County or those other teams that they played, they showed all the tricks up their sleeve when it came to the stick-eye formation. But at the same time, this isn't the stick-eye, this is the spread.
Correct. Yeah, they're trying different things and, playing them other teams have had time to prepare, try different things along the way, and maybe they just felt what some of their original plays weren't going to work, and they've added some more into the playbook.
Cody, Santa Fe, Clovis, and Braden Ponceroff back deep to receive for the Seabees. Ball is lined up at the middle of the field of the 40-yard line. T is normal this time, Chance. Kickoff is away. It's a short little kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, and the Seabees will take control at their own 35-yard line. I'm going to go on a little bit of a soapbox here, Chance. Do you feel like the 35 is enough punishment for kicking the ball out of bounds in high school football?
That's a good question. I'm going to say yeah. I don't want to give too much of an advantage to the ball going out of bounds.
Fair enough. I'll give you credit. As we will have the second play now of the first play of the second quarter here. Still 12 minutes on the clock as the kickoff took no time off the second quarter clock, and the Seabees take over.
Now here's the shocking part. That ball went out at the 37, and it has been marked at the 37.
Oh, so if it goes out of bounds before it gets to the 35, that's where it gets put. That's interesting. All right, Twins receivers to the right here, a tight end on each side. Hall is the running back. He gets the carry. Counter play over to the far side of the field, and he keeps on going. He is inviting the contact as he gets past midfield across the 45 and down at the 42.
21-yard run.
That is single-handedly the toughest run we've seen out of Caleb Hall all year.
Yes. He took some shoulders, just wouldn't go down, put his hand on the ground one time to stay up.
And what's his reward? You get to come back to the sidelines, young man, and take a breather. Caleb Snodgrass comes into the game for the Seabees at tailback. I don't blame him here. You want to keep those fresh legs going. You took a lot of shots. Snodgrass is lined up to Corey Cohen's left now. Twins receivers to the left, a tight end on each side. They hand it off to Snodgrass. He works to the short side of the field. Gets tackled by a couple Titans, and it's going to be marked down just short of the 35, maybe at the 37-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up second down and 5. This is where you like to take a shot chance if you're the Seabees. You're in that side of the field where you could throw a deep ball to the end zone. It's second down and 5. You're running the ball effectively. Third down and 5 doesn't scare you. It's 4-down territory.
You could definitely take a shot here where you could just keep driving it down the field and put it in the end zone just on the ground.
Twins receivers to the left here. Cohen drops back to pass. Pressure coming from the weak side. It's a floater, and it is going to be picked off here. That's the quarterback, Remington Huffman, and he's got some yardage as he gets knocked out of bounds. And the first turnover of the night goes the way of the Gilmer County Titans, and it will bring up first down and 10 for the Titans at their own 40-yard line. I hate to put down the kid, but that was just not a good pass.
It was not a good pass. He put it up. There was 2 defenders in the area. It came up short of his. His receiver didn't even have a chance to play defense. That was, number 1 for them on the catch?
That was Huffman. Yeah, Remington Huffman. 10:35 left to go in the second quarter here. Seabees lead by 10, 16-6. Gilmer County has the ball at their own 39-yard line. Spread formation with 2 receivers on the right, 1 to the left, a tight end on the right. Looks like the tailback is to the quarterback's right. They drop back to pass here. Going to throw it a deep out route, and it's incomplete. It did get into the hands of Lexington Grogg, the intended receiver. Good coverage there by Caleb Bragg and Tyler Sleeth.
I thought Sleeth was actually going to get in there for the interception when it first went out. Just needed another step to be able to make that play.
Still a good pass, though, by Huffman.
Yeah, he's showing, in my opinion, much better arm strength than I've seen on film.
Looks like the formation has switched. Nope, it's going to be 2 receivers on each side. The running back lined up to Huffman's right is Ashton Hamrick. Huffman claps his hands together. He's going to drop back to pass here. Pressure coming. Rolls back behind and just throws the ball out of bounds. I'm not going to beg for intentional grounding there, but that's borderline intentional grounding, was it not?
I think he was outside the pocket.
Well, he's definitely 10 yards back, and that's normally the rule, right? If you're back 10 yards behind where you caught the ball.
See, I always thought it was just the pocket straight back. If you got outside the pocket, it didn't matter.
But if you're back, I think the rule also is, now maybe this is the NFL if you're 15 yards back from where you caught the ball. Anyways, 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Huffman looking to pass. He throws it to the sticks, and that was the worst pass we've seen from Huffman all night, as it was short of the intended receiver, Lexington Grogg, and it will bring up 4th down and 10 for the Titans.
Just to bring up, you brought the dew point up earlier when we were talking about field conditions. I can tell you my paper beside me when I went to pick it up that has been laying here is a little bit wet, so I do think we are going to get a little of that by the probably by the end of
and
the
you
first
may
half.
talk you talk about that on it doesn't affect you as much on turf. Yes, it doesn't affect you as much on turf, but it does affect you.
Yes, because like we said, the ball can get slippery.
Especially in the center to quarterback exchange. Looks like they might go for it here on 4th down and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout. I think they were just bluffing or seeing if they got a matchup that they liked, and then they were just going to waste a timeout here. But at the same time, Chance, that brings up only one timeout left for the Titans before halftime, and you still got 10 minutes left to go here in the first half.
It is. I think he may have wanted to see. I think he may be seriously going for it. I think he may have wanted to see what the defense was going to look like and then come out of that with a play.
If I remember correctly, their spread punter is Ratliff, correct? It's number 3?
Yes.
And that's kind of their telltale sign. Now, he can throw it. We've seen him throw it. So we'll see how they line up here.
I mean, if you're them, you're like I said, you want to make this game dirty. Maybe it does take a 4th and 10 play to, keep you moving, keep it away from the offense of Clay Battelle.
And I guess if you're Clay Battelle or Gilmer County, you saw that last punt return only get brought back from a touchdown by a penalty, and maybe you don't want to kick the ball to them.
And that could be too.
So I'm trying to see how they're going to line up here. Ratliff is the wide receiver lined up closest to us on the near sideline. Huffman is the quarterback, 2 receivers on each side here. Huffman gets ready, claps his hands together. False start on the wide receiver. That was Lexington Grogg. Chance, I'm not sure that changes your strategy a whole bunch.
I think as a coach at this point in time, you got to punt, even if you were thinking about going for it. That's an extra. I know it only sounds like 5 yards, but that's 15 feet.
That's fair. Good math.
Yep. It's that St. Mary's math kicking
Yeah.
in.
That's why you're doing stats and I'm not. They still look like they're going to go for it here. Nope, that was Ratliff. Booming punt that goes across the 30, across the 25, and it's going to keep rolling, and it's going to be downed at the CB's own 22-yard line, and that is where they will take over. But at the same time, though, Chance, now you don't really mess around. I think you run it down their throat a little bit and maybe think about passing it, at least not until you get into opponent territory.
I'm in agreement to that.
10:08 left to go here in the first half. One timeout for each of these teams. 16-6, the CB's lead, and they will have their 4th possession. Caleb Hall, the running back, to Corey Cohen's left. 2 receivers lined up to the left. They hand it off to Hall. Hall going to sweep it to the weak side, and he is going, and he has got one man to beat between him and the end zone. He breaks his ankles and then cuts back to the far side of the field. He's at the 20, the 15, and Ratliff brings him down at the 10, and there's going to be a flag on the play. I think he brought him down by the horse collar. Chance, that's got to bring Caleb Hall to over 100 yards.
Give me one moment. I am figuring that math right now.
22 over to the...
It's 28 plus 40, 68. That is, yes. Give me one moment to give the total.
Hold on. St. Mary's math.
124.
There you go, 124. 9:51 left to go in the opening half.
That was the only chance he had to get Hall down, and he took it. And it's a smart move because that's 5 yards, but it ain't in the end zone.
It ain't in the end zone. That is correct. Snodgrass is the running back here, a receiver on each side. 2 tight ends lined up between the right side of the offensive line. Cohen going to keep it himself. He runs untouched until he got into the end zone. Touchdown, Clay Battelle. Corey Cohen on the 5-yard touchdown run, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and 9:44 left to go in the first half, and the CBs take a 22-6 lead.
That is the last 2 times Corey has ran the ball. He has scored a TD on both of them runs.
Just call him Jalen Hurts. Big target in the red zone. Big time run. Anyway, receiver lined up on each side for the two-point conversion. It's the same formation. Looks like it's the same play, too. Corey Cohen doesn't get touched until he gets into the end zone. Two-point conversion good, and it's 24-6. 9:44 once again left to go here in the opening half. So, Chance, it is purely the run game dominating this game tonight for the Seabees. Now the defense also looks like it's settled in a bit. In Gilmer County, still, albeit it's not completely over yet.
No, they're definitely still in the game right now. This drive here is probably crucial for them. Try to get it back down to a one-possession game, because you also got to remember, the reason I like to defer is if you go down and score here, you get the ball back down one score, you can tie a ball game up.
No, you can't tie the ball game up with two-point conversions.
Correct.
You're down at least 3 scores.
You can still make it a one possession by taking both of them and scoring.
So now the ball once again lined up on the left hash. So Chance, you get a little bit of a better view on how they're kicking this ball off. You see the tees upside down, so you get the longer pegs.
Gives you that.
And then the ball is laid down flat on that tee.
Makes it a lot harder to catch.
Low line driving kick. It just spins, and it's going to spin towards the field. Ratliff takes the ball and goes immediately out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and that is where the Titans will take over. First down and 10. Ratliff wanted nothing to do with Cody Clovis on that return.
He did not.
All right, so now if you're the Seabees, you would imagine that you're going to see a heavy dose of probably 3 passes at least from this Gilmer County Titans team. But at the same time, though, you want to keep them honest if you're the Titans. Maybe line up in that shotgun formation, try to spread them out and run it.
I was going to say, you've got time to drive the ball. You just got to keep things going here for them on the offense. They've had some positive plays. Keep it going.
Huffman claps his hands and tosses it to the running back. That's Hamrick, and Hamrick
tackled by Snodgrass.
Snodgrass tackled for a loss as the ball is being placed now at the 25-yard line. The original line of scrimmage was the 27. Well, no, they're going to mark it as a no gain. So forward progress makes it a no gain. Second down and 10 here for Gilmer County as we approach 9:15 left to go in the half. 24-6. The Seabees lead over Gilmer County, and Gilmer County has the ball. 2 receivers to the left, a running back on each side, 1 receiver to the right. They fake a handoff to one running back and then hand it to the other. Hamrick gets the carry again. And Hamrick does get a positive gain, but not much. Actually, just kidding. He maybe got a foot. Third down here. Heavy dose of pass coming up right now.
Got T.J. Barr coming in.
Yeah, T.J. Barr's coming in. Looks like
Jacob Layton coming out.
Yeah, Jacob Layton coming out, the freshman. All right, spread formation, 2 receivers on each side. The running back is to the quarterback's left. Huffman dropping back to pass. Heavy pressure, gets tipped up at the line by Cooper Payton, and it falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 9.5 for the Titans. Chance, do you go for it?
I think you got a punt here. Your defense has at times made plays, and I think maybe you just got to see if they can make another one. They were very lucky that wasn't picked off. That tip stayed in the air for a long, long time.
Tipped up by Cooper Payton, the right side defensive end. They break the huddle here. Somebody's got to get back deep for the Seabees. Punts are off now, coming back late. Ratliff, sky booming punt. This one's not going to land in their territory, but is going to bounce into opponent territory, and it goes out of bounds. Going to be marked at the 42-yard line of Clay Battelle, and that is where they will take over with 8:08 left to go here in the first half. All right, Chance, is it business as usual? You run the ball and put her in the end zone again and put this game in very hard-to-reach territory, or do you start trying to get that passing game going?
I could see LePau, with being up 3 scores, try to work on the passing game a little bit here. It has been pretty rusty.
One receiver on each side here. 2 tight ends lined up behind the left side of the offensive line. They hand it off to Snodgrass, who goes to his left, and he somehow breaks away from the tackles and gets very close to the 50. They're going to mark him down actually at the 50, a gain of 8 on the play. And this is the thing that you talk about, Chance. These 2 running backs are just so different in styles. And you just saw it right there. Both of them very good athletic runs. Hall ran deep down the field and used his speed. Snodgrass is like a human pinball machine and just bounces off guys. Anyways, receiver on each side. Cohen going to fake the handoff and keep it himself. He runs to the right, gets across the sticks, across the 40-yard line, and it is tackled from behind. And now a late flag coming in. And that is going to be on the Seabees. I saw a guy from Gilmer County get thrown down pretty far after the whistle. A little bit of over-aggression there by the Seabees offensive line. Switch the running backs here. Caleb Snodgrass comes out. Caleb Hall comes in after the Corey Cohen rush.
You know, you like your team to be aggressive. You want them to go out there, be like a lion. Sometimes you go out there and you make a mistake, and everybody in the stadium sees you as a peacock. You know what I mean? You show up to everybody.
Yeah. I think that penalty was on Cooper Statler there. And ball is being placed at the 49-yard line, but it will still count as a first down. So first down and 10 here for the Seabees in opponent territory at the 49-yard line. Cohen in shotgun here with 2 tight ends lined up to the right side. And Hall is going to get the carry behind that right side. And he is probably going to get his shortest run of the day as he gets across the line of scrimmage down to about the 46, a gain of about 3 on the play. Second down and 6. 6:49 left to go in this first half. Seabees lead by a score of 24-6. 1 timeout left for each team.
Beginning to think their PA announcer may just be on a bullhorn. There may not even be speakers over there.
I find that very hard to believe, though, Chance. I mean, that's a strong bullhorn, almost as strong as this battery here that we got calling our game. Anyways, same formation here. The running back is just to the right side. It's Hall who gets the carry. He goes towards the middle of the field, and he pushes very close to the first down marker. If he didn't get there, he's going to be very close. No, they're going to mark him beyond the 40-yard line down to about the 38, and it will be a first down for the Seabees. 6:12 left to go in the first half.
I do believe LePau here may have not liked that last interception that was thrown, and he likes the point of how well we're moving the ball on the ground, that he just don't want to make a mistake. Go down and get that score.
Don't want to give him any momentum.
Yep, before the half.
5:50 left to go in the first half here. First down and 10 for the Seabees. Receiver on each side, tight end on each side. Cohen drops back to pass. 3-step drop, throwing it deep down the field. Does he have Trey Huggins? It goes through his hands and incomplete. It was there, man. It was there.
It was.
A little bit outside his reach, but it was there.
And as soon as I bring up being conservative, he decides to throw it all the way to the end zone.
Can you blame the guy?
No. No, not at all.
All right, that'll bring up second down and 10 here for the Seabees. Ball is at the 37-yard line of Gilmer County. Ball's placed at the middle of the field here. Tight ends are lined up behind the right side of the offensive line. The receiver to the left is Ponceroff. The receiver to the right is Huggins. Cohen going to keep it himself, bounces across the tackler, tackled by pretty much the entire defensive front of the Gilmer County Titans, and he's still able to carry him forward for 3 more yards after the initial hit, and it'll move the chains for a first down.
That puts Corey up to 50 yards rushing with 2 TDs.
Corey Cohen is a quarterback who just really invites contact.
He does. He enjoys hitting. We do know that caused a couple injuries earlier on, but at the same time, he does like being able to put the wood to somebody.
He's a year older and a year more conditioned. You can definitely tell that growth spurt happened a little bit. Caleb Snodgrass is the running back to his right. The 2 tight ends are lined up behind the left side of the offensive line. Trey Huggins is the receiver to the left. Ponceroff, the receiver to the right. It's a handoff to Snodgrass. Snodgrass into the open field. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seabees. 4:53 left to go in the first half, and the Seabees take a 30-6 lead with the 2-point conversion pending.
It's a 27-yard run TD by Snodgrass.
Sorry if you are repeating yourself, but how many yards does that bring him to total?
That brings him to 67 with 2 TDs.
I was about to say 2 TDs, though, right?
Yeah. Hall has the most yards at 134, but has not gotten into the end zone.
Oh, poor guy. All right, 2-point conversion here. Cohen, 2-step drop, throws it, out route, incomplete. Huggins almost had it, but it's incomplete, and 2-point conversion is no good. But the Seabees retain a 30-6 lead with 4:53 in the opening quarter.
Next to the concession stand. Once again, those of you participating in the homecoming court, please make your way to the end zone.
You'd like to see Chance here a heavy dose of maybe that second string in the second half. Chance now? Are you getting into that territory, or do you want to see them have the starters have one drive to come out in the second half just to really see their conditioning after the first half, put that on film?
I think you're going to come out. I would not be surprised to see the starters for a full quarter. You have a major playoff implication game coming up next week. You've already had a bye week. They only played quarter and a half that week. The week before that, I think they only played 3 quarters. At this point in time, you need to give your starters a thing. And, I mean, we're still only to 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a 24-point lead, so you're not in a running clock situation also for the third quarter.
Correct.
Maybe you want to get to that.
Yeah, if you get to a running clock, at that point in time, you could almost leave your starters in. I mean, you always want to see that second string get a chance to play, but at this time, you got to prepare for next week, too.
Kickoff, set and ready to go for Ponceroff. He's waiting. Whistle blows. Ponceroff gives his checks, and it's a line drive spinning kick that goes right to the running back, Hamrick. Hamrick moves to the far side of the field. He's got some open space, gets across midfield, and then just steps out of bounds, and that is where he will take over at the 49-yard line of Clay Battelle.
As much as Corey may like contact, it appears the whole Gilmer team does not.
No, especially on special teams.
They have ran out of bounds almost every special teams play. But then again, we've also looked at them. They don't have as many players on that sideline either. Maybe what they're being coached, live to play another game.
I think you only have one senior on this entire roster, too. 2 receivers on each side. The running back is to Hoffman's left. He claps his hands together, hands it off to Hamrick. He fumbled the ball, and he falls right back on it. Cooper Payton was there immediately as he got the handoff. Chance, you were talking to me before the game. You saw Cooper Payton without his pads in a muscle T-shirt, and you said, is that the basketball player?
I did. I was surprised he was as thick as he was, is what I'll say. Very well shaped. Like his arms, though, I was not expecting a basketball player to have that build.
He is definitely, he looks like a football player when you see him. All right, same formation here, 2 receivers on each side. They drop back to pass. Hoffman immediately pressured by the Sandman, and he's sacked. Right back at the 21-yard line of Gilmer County. A huge loss on the play. Colt Sandy looking like Myles Garrett out there.
I'll let you have that reference.
I had to do it to him, folks.
For your enjoyment, I will let you have it.
Hey, Miles Garrett's having a great year. I don't know what you're talking about. Miles Garrett is having a great year. 3:30 left to go in the opening half. CBs are on defense and lead 30-6, and it's going to be a third and very long here. They're at their own 26-yard line. The line to gain is the 43 of Clay Battelle. 3rd down and 32. They throw it, and it's outstretched of Ratliff, and it falls incomplete, and that will force a punt. Hoffman got hit on that play, and he is holding his back.
I tell you what, it was there for him, though. If that pass was just about another foot inward, that would have been a completion. Mm-hmm. They're finding a way to get open.
At the same time, though, you back off. You let that catch be had, because even if he does catch it, it probably goes immediately out of bounds, and you still force a 4th down and long.
Yes.
Ratliff to punt here. Potroff back deep to receive. And it's hit at the offensive line. It's picked up by Cooper Payton. Or actually, no, that is Colt Sandy. And Sandy takes the ball over to the 11-yard line. I don't think that was blocked by anybody necessarily. I think it just kicked off the helmet of the offensive line.
I agree. I think that is what happened.
What's that one? Is it the replacements where it goes off the kicker and he like shines his helmet with a towel?
I don't remember that.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what that movie was, but that's exactly what it looked like. Because the kicker, like, kicks it off the offensive lineman every time. And he, like, shines his helmet with a towel. Flag on the play here.
Going to be a legal substitution on the
Yep,
CBs.
They broke the huddle with more than 11. I think they wanted to go in that spread with 4 wide receivers. And they weren't able to do it. Chance, how many single-A teams can you sit there and go, okay, we're going to take all of our tight ends out and put 4 wide receivers in, and sit there and go, yeah, 60% of all 4 of those wide receivers would probably start on every single-A school.
It is nice to see, is what I'll say, to have that depth and the possibility to do that.
Same formation here. Caleb Hall is to Corey Cohen's left, 2 receivers on each side. Huggins and Ponceroff are to the left. Jet sweep pass here to Cody Santa Fe Clovis. He's trying to get into the open field. Stiff arms a man and is tackled at the original line of scrimmage of the 11. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. I like that play, Chance, just so you can show that you have it on film. It's that nice little touch pass that Dana Holgerson made famous.
Yeah, quarterbacks like it, too, because it normally helps their stats out a little bit.
Yes, it does. Easy completion percentage, up boost.
The nicest part about that play is if for some reason your receiver drops it, it's not a fumble.
Yeah, that is
like
also
a pitch play
true.
would be.
But you also have to get the timing right between the motion and the snap. Same formation here. Cohen going to keep it himself. He's going to run past the 5, invites the contact, and he goes forward into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. 36-6 with 2:14 left to go here in the half. As we see the homecoming court of Gilmer County's festivities getting set to go underway. And they trail by 30 with still 2 minutes left to go in this half. On a beautiful, cool night. I don't even think, Chance, this was as I think it's warmer now than it was in week 1 at Cameron.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, I can tell you that. I'm still a little bit warm right now at Cameron. I was freezing by halftime in my shorts.
Was this a tush push? I think it was a tush push. And the 2-point conversion is no good. And
that was not a tush push. That was the rest of the NFL quarterback sneak, because if it was a tush push, you would have scored on it.
2:14 left to go in the first half after the no-good 2-point conversion. And, Chance, this is a little bit of a scary thought here because one of your linemen is down injured. Trying to see who that is here. That looks to be Huggy Bear.
I'm looking to see if I see him on the sideline. At this point in time, I do not see a 51 on the sideline, so I'd say you're correct.
Kim Cohen looking at him, he's pointing towards below his knee or at his knee.
You're definitely hoping nothing too serious here with it being his senior year.
Yeah. First year with the school, too. He's getting up.
See if he can put any weight on it. He's putting a little bit of weight on it.
He's limping a little bit, but he is going to be helped by his head coach, LePeau, to the sidelines. He is able to put a little bit of weight on it, which usually is a good sign.
Yes, I agree. It's sometimes a sign that you may not see him the rest of the game tonight, but it's something you don't think it's going to affect the rest of the season.
As he's walking back to the sidelines here, 2:14 left to go in the first half. The CBs have a 36-6 lead, so you'd like to see them possibly get into that running clock situation by midway through that third quarter, because let me tell you, the only thing worse than a loss is this. You don't want any guys coming out of here hurt.
Correct. That was kind of things even some of the coaches mentioned to us before this, is the point that we really hope just, get through this week without no major injuries and see where we're at.
He's going to get one of those ice packs out. So hopefully it's not really don't want to speculate here, but all intentions saw that as possibly an okay sign. Anyway, the kickoff is away. Good kick coverage this time here as Hamrick gets it almost the same time as last time. It goes right to him, but he doesn't get past the 25, and that's where it's going to be marked. I think Caleb Snodgrass had the initial tackle, and then Caleb Bragg came in a little bit later and was able to bring him down. Chance, you see that offensive 4 in there for Clay Patel on the bench here. The defensive line is lined up of Josh Wilson, TJ the mini fridge bar, and I believe that is Jacob Layton. And the edge rushers are...
That's Colt Sandy on the opposite side, I believe.
They're going with a 4-man front this time. Huffman claps, pump fakes, throwing the ball deep. This is a 50-50 ball, and it is just misjudged there by Trey Huggins, and it goes through his hands, incomplete.
And he has his head leaning back, looking at the sky.
He knows he should have had that one.
He don't want to go to the film room next week and watch that one.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He's going to get razzed a little bit.
Here's the thing, though, Chance. With these seniors, Coach LePeau talks about we're a player-led team. He is one of those players that leads the team. That man will beat himself up just as much. You won't need to say a thing to him.
No, I agreed.
Anyways, the pass is complete this time to Drayden Shackelford there. I do believe he got just short of the sticks there. It's going to bring up third down and short. Nope, they're going to call a first down there. Ball is placed at the 35, so first down Gilmer County. 1:50 left to go here in the first half. We'll have probably a little bit more of an extended halftime here as we have homecoming festivities here in Gilmer County.
Give us a chance to look around the state, check some other scores, hopefully. 2
wide receivers. Actually, it's trips receivers to the left this time. Huffman claps his hands together, throws a little bubble screen there to the intended receiver, and he's going to be met immediately at the line of scrimmage. That's Lexington Gregg. one of the many juniors on this squad. As I said, Chance, you only have, I'm looking at it here, 2 seniors on this entire roster, and I don't think one of them plays. You're missing one start. Yeah, one starter on the offensive line is all it is. And hey, man, if you get a favorable schedule here and you're able to sneak into the playoffs with a whole bunch of young guys and come back and use that momentum next year. Anyway, 1:19 left to go in the first half. Looks like it's the tailback getting a direct snap here. He bounces to the outside and is going to take a shot straight to the ribs by Ponceroff. That was Tyler Ratliff on the direct snap there. And he'll be tackled at the 39-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 6 here.
Nice hit, though.
Yeah, it was. He's been one of those guys who hasn't liked the contact as we approach under a minute here left to go in this first half. Timeout. Yeah, I'm not really sure why the clock was running. It was out of bounds. So why was the clock running?
That may be what they're getting ready to
The
reset
clock
it.
operator probably wants to go home.
Well, he is sitting on scaffolding right now.
Yeah, you got a point there. I'm starting to get a little bit of a chill here, Chance, but I'm up a little bit higher than you.
It's that elevation point,
Yeah.
I agree.
Anyways, quarterback going to roll out to his left here. He's being pressured. Now reverses field, switches and throws it to the line of scrimmage. I don't know how that guy was an eligible receiver, but he was. And it falls incomplete because it goes just beyond his extended reach backwards, and it'll bring up 4th down and 6. Chance, I think you got to go for it.
Yeah, I think they're going to, too. 31.4. You may give the CBs a Hail Mary at the end of the half, but otherwise you're not going to give them a whole lot of time to score.
Huggins is still on the bench here for Clay Battelle. Huggy Bear is still on the bench. So it'll be interesting to see who goes into the left guard position as his mate, I guess you could call him. Cameron Mercer sits beside him. All right, 4th down here. Huffman throws, incomplete. Ratliff had it in his hands.
And that was a first down if he catches. And he may may run a little bit before he was tackled.
100%.
Because he was at full
And
stride.
now you got 27 seconds left with 1 timeout here. You could get on the board in opponent territory if you're Clay Battelle one last time before the end of the half.
I just got this feeling that he's going to take a knee. Let's see if I'm right here.
TJ Barr is the left guard. Trips receivers to the right this time. 1 lone receiver to the left. Cohen drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Throws a deep ball over the middle. And Clovis has got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Santa Fe. 20.6 seconds left on the clock. Chance, you needed 7 seconds. And we finally saw the speed of Cody Clovis get behind the defense in stride. Perfect pass on target. Easy money, easy touchdown. 42-6 CBs.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pass. Like you said, he just kind of went out there, snagged it with his fingertips, and almost walked into the end zone.
So 20 seconds left to go in this half here. 2-point conversion pending. They line up in the same formation of trips. 2 slot receivers of Cody Clovis and Ponceroff, and then looks like Bragg is lined up wide. They're going to do a swing pass here to Hall, and it falls incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is no good, and it stays at 42-6.
It took them, let me see here.
I think it took 7 seconds, Chance. 7. Because wasn't there 27.9 seconds left? So it took 7.3 seconds to be exact.
I won't go with that. I had 31.4 here.
You're right. You're right.
But I also missed the 4th down play, I think, so you may be lower. Either way, it was quick.
It was quick.
That is, I think if I'm correct, that is Clovis's
First touchdown.
first touchdown in Eastern Standard Time. He may have scored last year in a different time zone. It is nice to-
What time zone is New Mexico on? Is it on Mountain Time?
I was going to give a Central, but it may be Mountain.
No, it's definitely not Central. It's not God's time. By the way, that's what you call Central Standard Time.
Okay.
It's God's time. 20 seconds left here in the first half. Clay Battelle will kick off again, up 42-6 here. Didn't even need to use the timeout. Ponceroff set to kick this one off. Spins, goes straight to one of the ump men. You want to talk about not inviting contact, Chance. That man slid down like a baseball player.
At the 39.
Wow.
Of course, 38 because it is where you start the slide at.
I don't know if they're that particular in high school football. 17 and a half seconds left here. We'll see if they take a knee or if they like to try to take a shot here. I'm not sure you want to, Chance. Hoffman's arm's looking kind of tired. You may want to give him a little bit of rest. Take a knee, take this into the locker room or trailer, whatever the facilities are here.
Yeah, we do have several things
closet.
that they could be a storage container, a Connex box.
Looks like they are going to run a play here, though. They switch the formation as the two receivers are lined up to the left, the tight end on each side. Hoffman drops back to pass, a little out route here, complete to, I believe that was Tyler Ratliff. And he was tackled inbounds here, so the clock has got to stop because it was a first down, and then it's got to be reset as the chains will reset. Now they're going to get a free timeout.
Now, they did have one left.
I don't think they had one left.
And the scoreboard says they do, but I ain't going to. I went through this last year, and I'm just going to be quiet with the timeouts left, okay?
I think there was one timeout left.
The last guy I told that we had one timeout left screamed at me for the next 15 minutes from the crowd, so I don't know. Do we have a timeout left?
We have a timeout left. I don't know if they do.
Left?
I don't know if they do. But you know what? It's 42-6.
We'll give them a timeout.
We'll give them a timeout. Because it may work to our benefit. They may throw a deep pass and we may get a pick six. I'm less concerned about it because I think it might help us rather than hurt us. All right. Two receivers lined up to the left here. Still an official's timeout.
I think LePau's asking about the clock.
He's asking, why is the clock not running?
And I believe the ref just said it's their homecoming. Their queen needs a couple more minutes to get ready.
And the clock starts on the whistle. Hoffman claps his hands, rolls to his left. Pressure coming, going to throw a deep ball over to the 30. I almost want to call that offensive pass interference because he had his hands wrapped over him as Trey Huggins attempted to complete the pass on defense on an interception, but it falls incomplete, and that will be the final play of the first half. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the halftime show here on WAJR.com.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection products and services. And now, Z-Bart can apply the ceramic Z-Gloss paint coating to your vehicle for a shine that never goes away. No more waxing. No more rubbing. No more settling for a less than perfect finish. No more. Z-Bart's ceramic Z-Gloss is a 3-layer coating that preserves your vehicle's incredible shine. Get the glossy details online at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, just off I-68 exit 7, Fort Pierpont Plaza.
College isn't for everyone, and that's okay. There's another way to build a life right here. The energy industry offers real pay, $25 an hour to start. They'll get full training, certifications, and a path to grow. It's not a short-term job. It's a career. The dream doesn't live in a dorm. It lives in hard work. And the energy industry is hiring. DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
While others search far and wide for solutions, you know where to turn. Patton Building Services. Since 1981, we've been more than a service provider. We're a legacy. From janitorial to general building maintenance, we believe clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities.
Patton Building Services. Beyond cleaning. Total building care. Find us online at pattonbuildingservices.com.
Josh Heinerman here with Advanced HVAC and Plumbing. For over 25 years, we have been making Morgantown homes cozy and efficient. From emergency repairs to energy-efficient upgrades, your comfort is our top priority. A proud supporter of high school athletics, Advanced is the area's only factory-authorized Carrier dealer, but we can service any brand or model. Carrier. Turn to the experts and turn to Advanced.
Zbart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. If you're concerned about rust and have a used vehicle, you need to know it's not too late. Zbart Rust Eliminator is a 3-step process. First, we pressure wash the underside of your vehicle and inspect. Next, we spray on the Rust Eliminator chemical. Then, we apply the patented Zbart undercoating. Add years of life to your vehicle. Learn more at zbart.com. Zbart of Morgantown, I-68 exit 7.
In a world where memories fade, preserving them shouldn't. I'm Rob Lang, 5th-generation owner of Lang Monument. My family has been helping Morgantown families honor their loved ones for over 150 years. Choose from granite, marble, or bronze with expert engraving and installation. A Lang member will guide you every step of the way. Celebrate a legacy that stands the test of time. Lang Monument on Don Knotts Boulevard across from the Wharf District and online at langmonument.com.
Leaky faucet? Clogged drain? Water heater not keeping up? Josh Heinerman here with Advanced HVAC and Plumbing, where we do more than just HVAC. We are your local plumbing pros. From quick repairs to complete replacements, our licensed plumbers can handle it all. Faucets, toilets, water heaters, sump pumps, and more. We do it fast, clean, and right the first time. From drips to disasters, we've got you covered. Advanced HVAC and Plumbing.
This is the WHAR Halftime Show, presented by the Mon Health System. Feel the difference.
Welcome back to Glenville State College, where the Seabees have a 42-6 lead over the Gilmer County Titans. It is homecoming festivities tonight, so we'll have a little bit of an extended halftime. This halftime report is sponsored by Patton Building Services. From janitorial to general building maintenance, Patton Building Services believes clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities. Online at pattonbuildingservices.com. And first half stat review, as Chance will get to, is sponsored by First United Bank and Trust. Online at mybank.com. Chance, we've talked a little bit about this. Rushing attack looks really good. I'm seeing a lot of good rushing numbers, but the passing looks blank.
Not a whole lot there. We do have 4 penalties in the first half. Passing, Cohen was 3 of 9 for 50 yards. He does have the 39-yarder to Clovis, who has 2 catches for 44 yards. Poncer off with the other catch for 6. Then you go over to the rushing attack. You've got Snodgrass with 6 carries, 2 TDs for 67 yards. Caleb Hall has 7 carries for 134. Then you have Corey Cohen with 6 carries for 64 yards and 3 TDs. Flipping over to the opponent Gilmer's side, this one's going to be kind of an amazing stat as I read off here. They have their tailback, the quarterback Huffman at a -11, Shackelford at a -1, Ratcliffe at a -2, and Hamry at a -1. They do not have a tailback or quarterback with positive yards in the rushing game. You go to the passing, their quarterback is 5 of 14, and he has, let me see here, I got to do quick math because I did not write it down. Looks like 88 yards. So not a bad night for their quarterback at that point in time. Receiver-wise, you've got Ratliff with 3 catches for 35. Smith, 1 for 16, but it was the TD. You've got Shackelford, 2 for 38, and Lexington, 1 for a -1.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for the halftime stat review. When we come back, we'll come back with halftime scores here on WAJR.com.
Once upon a time, there were no portable toilets, and finding relief was an adventure. Then came crowded restrooms, unpleasant and inconvenient. Enter Saving Grace Septic and Rentals, providing clean, reliable portable toilets for every event, from football games to family gatherings, even work sites. And when septic systems need service, we're your first call. We're local, we care, and we're there when you need to go. For comfort and convenience, we're your saving grace. 304-282-7210.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection products and services. And now, Z-Bart can apply the ceramic Z-Gloss paint coating to your vehicle for a shine that never goes away. No more waxing, no more rubbing, no more settling for a less than perfect finish. No more. Z-Bart's ceramic Z-Gloss is a 3-layer coating that preserves your vehicle's incredible shine. Get the glossy details online at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, just off I-68 exit 7, Fort Pierpont Plaza.
College isn't for everyone, and that's okay. There's another way to build a life right here. The energy industry offers real pay, $25 an hour to start. They'll get full training, certifications, and a path to grow. It's not a short-term job. It's a career. The dream doesn't live in a dorm. It lives in hard work. And the energy industry is hiring. DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
Now back to the Mon Health System halftime report on WHAR.
Welcome back to the halftime show here on WAJR.com. Halftime scores update are sponsored by Saving Grace Septic and Rentals, providing clean, reliable portable toilets for every event. And when septic systems need service, we're your first call. We're local, we care, and we're there when you need to go. Thank God I haven't needed to go so far since the game started. I got all that out before. Call them at 304-282-7210. Chance is older than I am, so he may have to use those septic Grace and Saving Grace Septic and Rentals. He may have to use those a little bit later on, but right now we're doing pretty good so far as we're amongst the people here. All right, as we get ready to look at some scores, first for Quad A, Morgantown is up on Spring Mills 14-0 at halftime. University up on Fairmont Senior 21-7 at halftime. George Washington trailing Barnesville, Ohio 7-0 in the second quarter. Wheeling Park up on St. Clairsville, Ohio 14-7 in the second quarter. Parkersburg South, that's 0-4 Parkersburg South, is up 27-0 at halftime on 3-0 John Marshall. That's undefeated John Marshall trailing by that much to winless Parkersburg South.
What was that score again?
27-0. 2-2 Martinsburg. Yes, you heard that right. 2-2 Martinsburg. Number 12 Martinsburg in the WBSSAC rankings leads Jefferson 25-0 at halftime. Probably the only surprise there is that chance you probably are thinking, well, that's not that much. But
compared to the others?
Tank ball number 1 here, number 20 Cabell Midland against number 16 Hurricane, and Cabell Midland is up 27-0 in the second quarter. Once again, we will remain him nameless, but a certain someone told us that never pick Hurricane, ever, for anything, and that's okay.
And it's getting proved right now.
It looks like it's proven to be a pretty good pick. Princeton is up on Grand Virginia 13-7 at halftime. Bridgeport is up on Robert C. Byrd 49-0 at halftime. Greenbrier East up on Quad A Oak Hill 25-0. Nitro is up on Ripley 42-0 in the second quarter.
I believe I picked Nitro and you picked Ripley on that.
No, I picked I picked Nitro.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
We both picked Nitro then.
Herbert Hoover up on Point Pleasant 33-0 at halftime. Kaiser up on Hampshire 14-8 in the second quarter. I believe you picked Hampshire and I picked Kaiser, if that's correct.
I do think that sounds right.
So I'm looking pretty good right now. Spring Valley up on St. Albans 34-6. Pikeview up on Shady Spring 28-6. East Fairmont up on Preston 24-21. So there's one for you, also in the win column over me. Grafton up on Berkeley Springs in AA 21-0 at halftime. Brooke up on Lincoln County 14-0 in the third quarter. Capital is leading South Charleston 7-6 by 1 in the second quarter. In AA, Independence up on Bluefield 17-7 at halftime.
That would be your advantage there. I went with my Beavers on that one.
Frankfort up on Northern Garrett, Maryland, 12-0 in the third quarter. South Harrison up on Clay County, 16-14 in the second quarter. Mingo Central is up on Wyoming East, 30-0 in the second quarter. Chapmanville is up on Williamstown, 19-7 at halftime. Undefeated AAA Elkins is up on Philip Barber, 14-12. Chance, did you take Philip Barber or did you take Elkins? Because I'm pretty sure I took Philip Barber.
And I'm thinking I took Elkins on that one. I think that was one of them we were different on.
James Monroe up on Narrows, Virginia, 12-8 in the third quarter. AAA side, North Marion up on Lincoln, 14-3 in the third quarter. Midland Trail up on Summers County, 7-0. Roane County is up on Braxton County, 26-6 at halftime. Sissonville up on Ravenswood, 21-7. And Harrison Central, Ohio is up on Weir 21-0 at halftime. We move on to the single A scores now. Cameron and Tyler Consolidated are tied at 6 at halftime. Wahama is up on Work County 35-0 at halftime. Wheeling Central up on Perry Academy Commodores 34-0 at halftime. 51-0 at halftime, Pendleton County over Tigritz Valley. AA Wayne up on Sherman 13-6. Webster County trailing Tucker County 40-0 at halftime. St. Mary's up on Frontier, Ohio 8-6 in the third quarter. Mann is up on Greenbrier West 14-0 in the second quarter. Tulsia is up on Calhoun County 30-12 in the second quarter. East Hardy up on Southern Garrett, Maryland 7-7 in the second quarter. And at halftime, Monroe Central, Ohio is up 41-12 on Magnolia at halftime. I always ask you, Chance, does anything really stand out to you? I think none of these are really surprising. I mean, maybe the margin of victory possibly by...
There's a couple. Sherman's hanging around with Wayne, the AA team. I mean, that's only, a 7-point difference right now.
Did you take Chapmanville over Williamstown?
Yes, I did. And then I noticed, Cameron and Tyler Consolidated. I know Tyler Consolidated has a decent ball club, but I did expect Cameron to be up.
Well, we do know firsthand that they turn it on in the second half.
And just for the record, Alyssa Wells is your Gilmer County homecoming queen for 2025.
Cool.
Yep. Thought we'd put that out there on the radio in case there's anybody listening
from Gilmer
County.
Well, I'm sure you're listening to the Gilmer County radio.
You know, Independence over Bluefield by 10 kind of shocks me a little bit.
Well, they did beat Herbert Hoover.
I just kind of felt like that was going to be a one-score game one way or the other.
It still could. I mean, Bluefield could come back.
Now, Clay County is now, I think that was different a moment ago, 22-16, Clay County over South Harrison. South Harrison seems to have a really good ball club from what I've been noticing this year.
If they can hang on to the football, that's for sure.
It does help.
It does help.
No major ones, like you said, I guess.
And
sticking out here.
University's now trailing or ahead by Fairmont Senior by 7. What I am also noticing, chances we're kind of on schedule with every other game in the state. If you've noticed that usually we end up being very early or very late, this one we're kind of right on schedule here with everybody else. And it feels like really everybody is kind of in the same clump right now.
You do have Barnesville, Ohio just scored to go up when George Washington 14-7.
So looking over here, and you see the homecoming court, there are 2 jerseys. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's why one of the seniors I said doesn't play, and it's because, well, he's in jeans. So
yes,
he may not be suited up.
He does look like a boy that would be playing by all means if he was there because he's decent size. But I did think about something else. We was talking about a running clock, and we never brought it up, that when Clovis scored there late with that 39-yard catch.
I think it has to be 42 in the third quarter and then 35 in the fourth.
35 in the fourth, okay.
So you still need one more score. That's why I think it's crucial that you let your starters play one drive on defense, one drive on offense, get that running clock, and then you move on. And maybe keep your first-team defense in the whole game and then just let maybe your freshman offense play.
I think, myself, I'd like to see him use them all the way to the end of the third quarter. You can't go into next week with that matchup with your team playing no more than 2 quarters for what?
So you didn't
3-4
play.
weeks?
So you played midway through the second quarter against Valley Wetzel, and then you had an off week this week. So now you did play the entire game against Frontier, and you did play the entire game against Cameron.
See, I was thinking they came out a little bit earlier on Frontier. I thought we talked about, but at the same time, you're still looking half a game, week off. If you come here and only play half a game, you haven't really played the full 4 quarters for a month. When you go up against a playoff caliber team like, was it Meadowbridge, I think it is, we got next week.
They've got a really, really good running back who torched us as a sophomore, ended up being hurt last year in that dogfight game that was probably the highlight of the year last year, beating Meadowbridge at Meadowbridge. And then this year you have Caden Sims is his name. He's going to be a senior this year. So you'll have him looking to seek a little bit of revenge here if you're the Meadowbridge. I believe they're called the Cougars. No, they're not called Wildcats. They're called the Wildcats. Matter of fact, I just realized this, Chance. This is going to be the first time you get to see Meadowbridge, because I called that game 2 years ago with my father at home, and then you didn't make the trip down to Meadowbridge. So this is the first year that you're getting to see Meadowbridge.
Yep, last year had my girls and decided not to take the trip down there being that long.
So as we're about 90 seconds left here on the clock, so that's about 4 minutes. So we'll go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half action here on WAJR.com.
Once upon a time, there were no portable toilets, and finding relief was an adventure. Then came crowded restrooms, unpleasant and inconvenient. Enter Saving Grace Septic and Rentals, providing clean, reliable portable toilets for every event, from football games to family gatherings, even work sites. And when septic systems need service, we're your first call. We're local, we care, and we're there when you need to go. For comfort and convenience, we're your saving grace. 304-282-7210.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection products and services. And now, Z-Bart can apply the ceramic Z-Gloss paint coating to your vehicle for a shine that never goes away. No more waxing, no more rubbing, no more settling for a less than perfect finish. No more. Z-Bart's ceramic Z-Gloss is a 3-layer coating that preserves your vehicle's incredible shine. Get the glossy details online at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, just off I-68 exit 7, Fort Pierpont Plaza.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
While others search far and wide for solutions, you know where to turn. Patent Building Services. Since 1981, we've been more than a service provider. We're a legacy. From janitorial to general building maintenance, we believe clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities.
Patent Building Services. Beyond cleaning. Total building care. Find us online at patentbuildingservices.com.
Josh Heinerman here with Advanced HVAC and Plumbing. For over 25 years, we have been making Morgantown homes cozy and efficient. From emergency repairs to energy-efficient upgrades, your comfort is our top priority. A proud supporter of high school athletics, Advanced is the area's only factory-authorized Carrier dealer, but we can service any brand or model. Carrier. Turn to the experts and turn to Advanced.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. If you're concerned about rust and have a used vehicle, you need to know it's not too late. Z-Bart Rust Eliminator is a 3-step process. First, we pressure wash the underside of your vehicle and inspect. Next, we spray on the Rust Eliminator chemical. Then, we apply the patented Z-Bart undercoating. Add years of life to your vehicle. Learn more at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, I-68 exit 7.
In a world where memories fade, preserving them shouldn't. I'm Rob Lang, 5th generation owner of Lang Monument. My family has been helping Morgantown families honor their loved ones for over 150 years. Choose from granite, marble, or bronze with expert engraving and installation. A Lang member will guide you every step of the way. Celebrate a legacy that stands the test of time. Lang Monument on Don Knotts Boulevard across from the Wharf District and online at langmonument.com.
Gas stations are paying $11 an hour. That's not a career, it's a paycheck. But in the energy industry, your son or daughter could start at $25 an hour with full training and benefits. No college debt, real work, real skills, real money. This is about opportunity. The American dream is still alive, and it's waiting right here at home. DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
This is Clay Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
Welcome back to Glenville State College, where the Clay Battelle Seabees lead the Gilmer County Titans by a score of 42-6. Gilmer County will receive to start the second half. Chance, I just got a text saying you sound a whole lot better than what I was expecting. You barely hear the crowd. Well, Chance, that's just because I'm a great sound engineer. I don't know what to tell you.
That is what you pay good money to WVU University for.
Yeah,
They
but
get that.
I don't pay good money. Peter and Jill Collins pay good money.
Okay. That's always better when you're using somebody else's money to pay for it.
It's always better when you use somebody else's money to pay for it. Anyways, so what are you and I kind of talked about this in the second half. how long before you pull the bench?
Normally, I feel you could pull them a little bit earlier, but with the big matchup coming last week, coming off the bye week, I kind of feel like you need to play them to the end of the third quarter tonight. I mean, we don't even have a running clock yet as far as that goes.
Yeah.
If you're correct there, still need another score before that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And Gilmer does get the ball here first, so you're definitely having your defense come out and definitely play the first possession here.
Huggy Bear is still on the bench. Talked to Kim Cohen after during one of our halftime breaks. She said nothing feels majorly wrong, which is usually good.
That is positive sign.
But I would highly doubt he's going to return for the rest of this game just for safety precautions. We are underway in the second half. Looks like Hoffman takes the ball at the 25-yard line on a bouncing pass, stiff arms a man, and goes out of bounds. Chance, have you ever seen a return unit as scared of contact as this one?
No, I have not. They run out of bounds where they slid on the one.
Yeah.
And then they done that. So it is amazing how much they try to avoid contact.
Anyway, first down and 10 here for Gilmer. With 4 seconds taken off the first half clock. Twins receivers to the left this time. They motion out one of the guys out wide. They fake the handoff. Hoffman's going to throw. Throws it to the flat. He's got a receiver. And he's going to track out of bounds here. That is number 84, Lexington Gregg, another junior. So you'll have a lot of seniors that play a lot of have a lot of snaps under their belts next year. And Chance, I feel like I'm saying that a lot. I said that about Valley Wetzel. I've said that about Frontier at the same time. I can't remember. Said that we're going to say it a lot about Magnolia. They've actually just got a lot of seniors this year. Second down and about 3 here for Gilmer County. Trips receivers to the right this time. They fake the screen. Hoffman, pressure coming, somehow is able to avoid the rush, and he throws it deep down the field. It's incomplete. Intended receiver was Tyler Ratliff. It goes beyond him. He had to track back behind him and towards the sidelines. Bragg was all over him, and it's incomplete. Third down and 2. 11:42 left to go here in the third quarter, and the CBs lead by a score of 42-6. Cool, brisk night here. Second half kickoff is sponsored by Vision Homes, and they have been building custom homes in the area for over 30 years. AskVisionHomes.com and see how easy it is to build a house you're proud to call home. A little bit of confusion here on the after breaking the huddle for Gilmer County. You're approaching 2-1. Claps his hands, does get the play off. Going to throw it towards the sideline. I don't think that hit. I think that hit the turf. It did. Incomplete. But it is going to bring up fourth down, and you definitely go for it here if you're Gilmer County.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. That's his 17th pass of the game.
You're going to run out of room there, Chance.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't remember the last time I made it this far down the pass sheet. You probably look at it. It's going to look totally opposite come next week versus Meadow Bridge. I don't think we're going to see this much passing.
I think you'll be lucky to see passes on one hand. You might get a little bit of your Bridgeport football just in the stick eye. Anyways, fourth down and 2. Trips receivers to the right. Hoffman drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Throws it over the middle. He's got it to Ratliff. Ratliff breaks the tackle, and he goes past the 35 down to about the 32.
I can tell you there's going to be plenty of film to look at after this game.
Eli Cottrell is in the secondary for Clay Battelle. But I am still seeing, do I see Ponceroff? I'm not sure if I see Ponceroff.
Yes, he's over here on the slot guy.
Yes, he is. You're right. Snap is a little low. Hoffman able to corral it, but pressure comes, and the Sandman has his second sack of the night, Colt Sandy. And
he's staying down.
Yeah, he is staying down. And he's going to need looked at.
It's his left arm. Nope.
I think it's you heard the sidelines yell cramp. I heard the sidelines yell cramp.
Okay. That's a good sign. I didn't see his left arm moving, and I thought that was a bad sign, but hollering cramp is a good thing.
Here's the thing. I saw him doing his calf stretches at halftime. But it is a very humid night.
It's cool, but you're right. A lot of.
Well, we've had a lot of rain in the forecast over this past week, and it's been a very welcomed rain, by the way. I mean, we haven't had rain, it felt like, in a month.
A little bit different in how it started out, that's for sure.
He's trying to walk it out. So Colt Sandy gets the sack and comes off the field on his own power. I mean, you see him kind of favoring that leg a little bit, but he seems to be okay. You know, I talked to the coaches. Colt Sandy's a very intense guy, you know, all business. You see him a little bit frustrated there, too.
He knows he's got to come out.
Yeah.
At least for a play.
Very good basketball player from what I hear. 10:51 left to go in the third quarter here. It's second down and about 16. Actually, no, it's about 18. Gilmer County lines up in the stick eye. We haven't seen this for a while. Handed off to Ratliff here. He breaks one tackle. Does get a positive gain, but not much. And he's going to get it to about the 36-yard line. It'll bring up third down and about 15 here.
But this time he officially does become the first Gilmer County runner in positive in the stats.
Yeah. 10-10 left to go in the third quarter. 42-6 CBs. Trips receivers to the right this time. Actually, it's two receivers. They just did a weird switch. Ratliff gets the direct snap here, and he fumbled the ball. Got to pick it up here. They do. I believe that's J.J. Doshin on the recovery. It is. And the CBs get their first turnover of the night. I'm pretty sure that's the second forced fumble by Cooper Payton. And Chance, for a guy who has only played 1 year of football, Cooper Payton might be an all-state linebacker.
He has been impressive, I can tell you that.
It is absolutely incredible to see how this guy has been able to do what he has done at just 1 year of playing football. Clay Patel gets the ball for their first possession of the second half. 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line at the middle of the field. Snodgrass comes in. 6 seconds on the play clock. They got to hurry. No, they can't do it. They're not going to get it off in time. And LePeau calls a timeout. It's been a sloppy game here tonight for the CB's. Chance.
It has. You can see the bye week, and that's a positive thing. With this game going the way it has, that you definitely didn't want to see this come next week.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have a little bit more of a ball game than you had tonight.
9:40 left to go here in the third quarter. 42-6 CBs. They have the ball just shy of midfield at their own 49-yard line as we approach 9 o'clock here.
Now, we'll tell you, coaches will tell you coming out of a bye week, things should be smoother.
Yeah.
We should have practiced on it. We should be able to get into where we need to be.
And you heard in the pregame show, they said that this was
Good
best week of practice they felt like they've had all season. Very unique game.
It has been. It's, kind of surprising for some of my key points. I felt like our athletes in the receiver game were going to be an advantage, and it's almost been the opposite. Gilmer's been able to pass a little bit more than we have.
Caleb Snodgrass is lined up as the tight end here. They do a sweep to Caleb Hall. He breaks one tackle and then gets corralled by a whole host of Titans, does get into opponent territory. He's down at the 45 of Gilmer County.
Nice hard run by Hall.
Mm-hmm. Looks like TJ Barr is the player who has started to take over at the left guard position.
There's an interesting height difference between Mr. Barr and the rest of that offensive line. Especially if you put him in front of Gump.
All right, Twins receivers to the right here. Hall in the backfield is the running back. Cohen takes the snap, hands it off to Hall. Hall, burst of speed, gets across the sticks over to the 35, and he's going to be tackled at the 34. Wicked good first step there by Hall on that little counter play.
Puts Hall at the 150 mark.
That's got to be his highest total, I feel like, this season. Because, I mean, they were pulled pretty early in the Valley Wetzel game.
I'm going to say Frontier would be the only other game
How many carries does he have?
He has 9. So a very good average.
I know LePeau likes to have him at about the 15 to 18 mark. He said he doesn't like to have him above 20. Twins receivers to the right here. Hall, the running back, he gets the carry again, runs to the right side, follows his blockers outside, and he is going absolutely towards the end zone, and a flag comes in so late.
Ponceroff made a very good block. And
are they going to call that a flag?
I'm wondering what they're going to call on him because it was way after the block.
Yeah.
He pancaked him.
Is it a blindside block? And if it is a blindside block, why are you throwing that so late? There you go.
Holding, he blew the guy up. Okay, I don't know if I agree right now, but check the film at a later time.
That also denies Caleb Hall's first touchdown.
That does. And also makes this our 5th penalty.
And I think LePeau is actually arguing the exact same thing that you are arguing, Chance.
He blew the guy up. I don't know how you get a hold on that. And I especially don't understand how you throw the flag when the Gilmer guy was on the ground by himself for like 5 seconds.
Not to mention the fact that Caleb Hall was in the end zone by that time. It's almost like you waited for the play to happen and see the result and then throw the flag. Hall gets the carry again, and I do believe he does get across the sticks here. It was like 1st down and 4. And it will be a 1st down. So it'll be 1st down and 10 here from the 24-yard line.
It does look like LePeau's trying to get Hall
into the end zone.
Yeah, into the end zone. Now, if Hall carries it all the way down to the 5 and Cohen carries it in from there, Caleb may be a little bit upset.
Caleb Hall may be. Now listen, we got to talk. Cohen in the backfield. Hall, his running back. He hands it off to Hall. Hall bounces to the outside. He's going untouched into the end zone. Don't throw a flag. He's in for his first touchdown. Ball don't lie.
Does not. 178 and a TD now.
7:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 48-6. Clay Battelle here. And you're looking at a running clock here for the rest of this 3rd quarter. I would think, right? It's 42. Yep. You're at 42?
It should be at
all
42.
Right. Run that clock.
Doesn't even matter if you score the 2-point here or not.
Good old Philly special. I'm calling it right now.
That was a nice drive to see.
Yes, it was. Receiver on each side, 2 tight ends lined up behind the right side of the offensive line. Cohen drops back to pass, 2-step drop, little out route towards the end zone. Caught it, and he's in.
He got it in. All right.
Right? Yeah.
That
I saw the two hands go up for the far side judge, and it's in. 2-point conversion good. And Trey Huggins gets his first catch of the night for a 2-point conversion.
Yes. I was trying to figure out if that was Huggins or Ponceroff.
That was heck of good footwork there. I'd love to see if we had a replay on that, I'd like to see it. But, let's Let's talk about, how this Meadow Bridge game should be on Metro News TV. Maybe some people are listening, right?
It would be nice to be able to call in another game on TV.
TV.
Be back-to-back years with a televised game for us.
Clay Battelle.
We do have to change things up slightly when we do that.
Yeah.
Call where we know you're able to see what's going on.
We do talk about what you see on the replay, and we do a little bit less of describing what the play is and how it's happened. Jules Vega is in to kick. Chance, he's lined up, looks like on the right side right now.
It would be an advantage. Now, once he puts the ball down, let's make sure he moves the right direction.
He does.
Yes, this is a positive. Experience is a major thing in football.
Running. You just heard the referee announce that there's going to be a running clock for the rest of the game. So Jules Vega set to kick here for the CBs.
He does specialize in onside kicks, if you remember that.
Here he goes. Boots it.
Oh,
going to be
nice
caught
kick
at about the 25 by the kick returner's Hoffman, and tackled at
33.
The 33. Finally tackled somebody on the kick return, but at the same time, Chance, did you notice and how slow he was?
He wasn't able to get to the sideline.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get to the sideline, but at the same time, I just don't understand it, Chance. Why are you so scared of contact on a kick return?
I don't know. Maybe you need to talk to Caleb Hall after the Cameron game for that. You understand that? He did get blown up.
He did. But he's had a good game tonight, that's for sure. 6:50 on a running clock here, 50-6. Clay Battelle, it's their highest point total in one game so far. A lot of the bench players in for Clay Battelle. Hoffman drops back to pass. He throws, and I believe that is caught. It's going to be caught by Ratliff. Minimal gain there. Hall was on the coverage, gain of about 3 or 4. It'll bring up second down and manageable here. I'm seeing Jacob McLaughlin. I'm seeing Briston Dirty Reed, Eli Cottrell. I'm also seeing Colton Chaney into the game.
It's funny, we got a number 70 out there, and I was talking to you before the game, and he is not even on the roster, so interesting to know who that is.
Who is it?
Number 70's out
That
there.
is Colton Chaney. He's listed as number 9. Tyler Ratliff just had a one-handed catch, but he was so far out of bounds, that's going to fall incomplete. That was a pretty impressive catch, though.
It was.
Jules Vega comes in at corner. Dirty Reed comes out. But, yes, that is Colton Chaney. Looks like number 56 I also don't have on my roster either. Third down here and about 6 for the Titans. They hand it off this time. And going to be wrapped up very close to the line to gain. I do think he got it. It's number 7, Ashton Hamrick.
Yep, they're going to give him a first down.
They are going to give him a first down. I forget, honestly, Chance, if it goes back inside the 42 mark if you stop the running clock, or once it starts, it cannot be unforgiven.
I believe once it starts, it cannot be stopped.
Okay. One tight end to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Hoffman fumbles on the exchange here. I think the Titans fell back on it, though. Hoffman was able to fall back on it. Yeah, I'm seeing 56. Not exactly sure who that is. Maybe Gavin Tennant, possibly. I don't know. All right, second down and 15 here. Ball's at the 37 with 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. They fumble the snap again.
I think we may have gotten on that one.
I don't think so. Third down after another loss on the play. Looking to see who's at the defensive line here. I'm still seeing J.J. Doshin. I am seeing Colton Cheney. T.J. Barr. You know, Chance, I just realized Tyson Price is not even here.
That is correct. I wonder what's going on there. Hope everything is okay.
Backup quarterback into the game here, and it's complete over to the intended receiver. That is Lexington Gregg. Who was that threw the ball? That was Roderick Page, a freshman. Hopefully they'll punt. We'll see if they do.
Who was that on the catch, Ethan? Did you get a number?
That was 84. That was Lexington Gregg.
These 3 catches for 15 yards now. Had a decent night for himself, as good as this offense has been.
Looks like the backup quarterback is still going to be in the game here. And, oh my goodness, Eli Cottrell with another interception! He's played 3 games. He's got 3 interceptions. The ball hawk. Eli Cottrell with his 3rd interception of the year. Chance, I think he now leads the team in interceptions this year. And the clock does stop for a change of possession here.
And just for the record, that was not an easy interception.
No, it was not.
It was actually a really nice play if you could have seen it.
Eli Cottrell high-pointed that ball to perfection with 2:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Gilmer County takes a timeout. So they went for it on 4th down. Roderick Page threw a deep pass, and Eli Cottrell makes the interception with 2:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Clay Patel still leads by a score of 50-6.
That was not a bad pass by that freshman.
No, it wasn't
either.
He's a big kid, too.
His receiver was there. It just Cottrell made a better play.
Really good high point of the ball. We talked to him before the game. I said, so you going to lead the game day in interceptions again? He said, I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
So far he is.
So far. He's going to. That's for sure. Gavin McLaughlin is in at quarterback for the Seabees, the freshman. Looks like Damon Cohen is in at running back. McLaughlin takes the snap. He's going to do a QB keeper here. He's got some decent yardage here as he gets across the 35 over to the 37, I want to say. Yeah, 37. Line to gain is the 43. So it'll bring up 2nd down and about 5 here for the Seabees. Good run there by McLaughlin. Same formation here. McLaughlin on the keeper. Nope, he hands it off to Cohen. Cohen invites the contact and gets bounced across the sticks, or if he doesn't get there, he's going to be very, very close. It's going to be about a yard short here, 3rd down and 1. These young guys already have about 3/4 of a game under their belt as we approach the final 90 seconds of this 3rd quarter.
You know, this playing time becomes valuable for you in the future years.
McLaughlin is not your future quarterback next year, but definitely the year after that. McLaughlin keeps it himself, hesitates a little bit, and he's going to be met in the backfield there. It's going to be brought down at about the 40-yard line. Once again, the line to gain is the 43. Punt. LePeau yells punt, so the punt team.
Which this will be your first punt of the night.
You got to get that work in.
Yep.
For your punt team.
There's 3 parts to this game, and this is one of them.
little bit some late substitutions here. Cooper Statler's the punter. Good snap, good catch. Beautiful punt. Absolutely beautiful punt. And it keeps bouncing, goes inside the 20, inside the 15, and rolls to the 13. Chance, I say it for the fourth time, beautiful punt.
48 yards.
Next week, I feel like that is going to be huge.
I agree with you.
9.5 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Clay Battelle leads by a score of 50-6 here in Gilmer County. As the clock still runs, and that is going to be the final play of this third quarter. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the final quarter of play here on WAJR.com.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. If you're concerned about rust and have a used vehicle, you need to know it's not too late. Z-Bart Rust Eliminator is a 3-step process. First, we pressure wash the underside of your vehicle and inspect. Next, we spray on the Rust Eliminator chemical. Then, we apply the patented Z-Bart undercoating. Add years of life to your vehicle. Learn more at zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, I-68 exit 7.
This is Clay Battelle High CB's football on WAJR.
We switch ends of the field one more time here to start this fourth quarter of play. The ball is placed at the 13-yard line of Gilmer County, and with the bench in the game for the Titans, you could say that if they put together a long drive here, this could be the final drive of this game.
Correct. With 12 minutes and a rolling clock, it will go quick.
And Chance, we could probably get out of here before 9:30.
That'd be quite impressive.
Running back on each side. Actually, no, there's a tight end to the left this time. Hoffman claps his hands together, drops back to pass, looking right, throws it into the flat to his running back, and it's falling incomplete. The intended target was Ashton Hamrick, and that'll bring up second down and 10. Once again, we're in a rolling clock here, so already 30 seconds have come off the clock. You're approaching probably getting out of here by about this game being over by about 9:20.
Nice short broadcast for the people listening.
Yeah. Hey, I'm on a mobile battery here, so the quicker we get out of here, the better. 11 minutes. Hoffman drops back to pass, pump fakes, pressure coming, rolls to the left. He's going to try and take off to run. Briston Dirty Reed makes the tackle. I think he did stop him short. Nope, they are going to give him the first down there, but that is Dirty Reed's first tackle of the year. Jules Vega comes in for him.
Got just to the line of gain.
Making the tackle for the CBs was number 80.
Running back on each side for Gilmer County, Twins receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Hoffman claps his hands together. It's Hamrick on the carry, and he's going to be met by a whole host of CBs. Looks like the original tackler was Caleb Hall. And he'll bring up second down and 11 here after the loss of about 1. So we approach 9:50 left to go in this game. CB's lead by a score of 50-6.
Right now, Hamrick is averaging .11 yards per carry. You like that math?
I did like that math. Trips, receivers, and a timeout. Well, forget what I said about getting out of here before 9:30.
Gilmer wants to talk about it for a minute.
Wonder if they were lined up wrong. So, Chance, let's talk a little bit about what you've seen from the starters in this game. I mean, impressed, not impressed, some things you need to work on. Glad you got the bye week rust out of the way now against this Gilmer County squad.
Yeah, the rush defense looked phenomenal.
It did.
We controlled the line of scrimmage. The only thing I can say is I think maybe they were concentrating so much on the run that the pass rush wasn't quite there, and it was allowing our defensive backs to get beat. And we're definitely going to have to work on the short pass defense more. The slant across the middle was they really ate us up on that one. And it'll be interesting to see after the coaches look at the film how we decide to improve. Not maybe necessarily for next week. We know Meadow Bridge is just going to run the ball.
I was about to say that, the good news is that you stopped the run today, and guess what? That's what you need to do next week. But this rushing attack for Meadow Bridge is going to be a lot better than this Gilmer County rushing attack.
Yes.
Trips receivers to the right this time lined up in kind of a bunch. Hamrick is the running back to Hoffman's left. Claps his hands together, 3-step drop, throws it intended for the tight end. That is Cody Smith, broken up on the play.
52,
TJ Barr on the coverage there. Didn't really deflect the ball, but he did tackle the guy and hit contact to force it out of his hands.
Yep, made contact just at the right time.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left for Gilmer. Hamrick is on Hoffman's right. Drops back to pass again, looking over the middle, and that is very short. The intended target was Lexington Gregg, and if anything, that was going to be a pick six by Caleb Bragg all the way to the end zone.
He is up to 25 passes tonight, though. I did not expect to see that.
I did not either.
They ran that stick eye a lot in the film room.
We are approaching 8 minutes left to go in this game as we're in a running clock. 4th down here and 11. Don't give up anything big here. Two receivers this time to the right. To the left. This time, one to the right. Hoffman rolls to his left and completes a pass. And Dirty Reed and Damon Cohen stop him short. And it'll be a turnover on downs there. Briston Dirty Reed with his second tackle. And it ends up being a big one.
And I don't know if you could hear the sound on the radio.
Yes, you could. I think I definitely heard it through my headphones.
I was going to say, but the sideline erupted once again, and that was two good tackles by Dirty Reed.
It is.
Played that perfectly.
First down here for Clay Battelle in opponent territory at the 30, actually the 31. As we approach 7 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this game. Twins receivers to the right. Tight end on each side. McLaughlin takes the snap. Going to be a QB keeper to his right. Gets across the 30 and is wrapped up at the legs. Tackled by Drayden Shackelford at the 29-yard line, and it'll be a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Something to keep an eye on, Chance. Braden Ponteroff does have an ice pack on his right shoulder.
Like we said, we were hoping to come out healthy. Let's hope that not a major sign by any means.
Two receivers to the right this time. Damon Cohen, the running back on McLaughlin's right. They hand it off to Cohen. Damon Cohen. And he brings a couple of defenders, 3 to be exact, with him.
Tackle made by Maddox Wells.
Are they saying it's Gilmer County ball?
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Titans.
Okay, whatever. You know what? Fine. I did not see him fumble the ball at all. but it is what it is. 6:10 left to go in this game. It is 50-6. Ball is at the 21 of Gilmer. Tight end to the left, one receiver to the left. Huffman drops back to pass, pressure coming, throws it deep over to the right side. It's picked off by Caleb Hall, and you're going to bring it all the way for 6. How do you like that fumble?
There's them special teams defense score.
Yep, there it is. And you've outscored and you've tied with your offensive score, or defensive, given up defensive scores. So you break even. And there's an injured player for Gilmer County down on the field. So we'll take a timeout here as they attend to the injured player. And we'll come back and have the rest of this game here on WAJR.com.
In a world where memories fade, preserving them shouldn't. I'm Rob Lang, 5th generation owner of Lang Monument. My family has been helping Morgantown families honor their loved ones for over 150 years. Choose from granite, marble, or bronze with expert engraving and installation. A Lang member will guide you every step of the way. Celebrate a legacy that stands the test of time. Lang Monument on Don Knotts Boulevard across from the Wharf District and online at langmonument.com.
Gas stations are paying $11 an hour. That's not a career, it's a paycheck. But in the energy industry, your son or daughter could start at $25 an hour with full training and benefits. No college debt, real work, real skills, real money. This is about opportunity. The American dream is still alive, and it's waiting right here at home. DPS Land Services. Learn more at dpslandservices.com.
Zbart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. If you're concerned about rust and have a used vehicle, you need to know it's not too late. Zbart Rust Eliminator is a 3-step process. First, we pressure wash the underside of your vehicle and inspect. Next, we spray on the Rust Eliminator chemical. Then, we apply the patented Zbart undercoating. Add years of life to your vehicle. Learn more at zbart.com. Zbart of Morgantown, I-68 exit 7.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, West.
This is Clay Battelle High CB's football on WAJR.
The 2-point conversion is good, and McLaughlin gets his first points as a CB, and the CBs take a 58-6 lead after the injured player, Lexington Gregg, goes off. And with 5:38 left to go here in this game, the CBs have their largest margin of victory all season. Chance, anything you'd like to add on that?
It's been it started out, it's been a weird game.
Yeah.
They've passed on us more than we thought they were going to be able to pass on us. And, you know, LePeau had told us, I think they're a better team than you guys think they are. And may have to see. He's seen things on film that me and you didn't.
If you look at a box score, though, you would say they are not.
I mean, you're probably right on that, but this was a game until right before half. And, I mean, I know that's halftime or whatever, but they were still within like 2-3 scores there really late in the first half when they had the ball. Like, if you score and you put it back down to a 2-point, like you mentioned with the 2-point conversions, they couldn't quite get there. But with 2 scores. But it was a closer game than we thought at that point in time. And they took the ball 85 yards on us one drive and scored. And at that point in time, you know, I ain't going to lie, there was a little bit of nerves on me of, you know, how good this passing attack is.
Jules Vega is back in to kick.
headed the right direction again. Always a positive sign.
Yep. Jules boots it. It's a good kick. Caught at the 28. And look at that. They go out of bounds again.
And he gets thrown down on the track, which he was just kind of tripped over there. Wasn't necessarily throwing, but
yeah.
that'll
I
happen
don't really
when you run
like
out of bounds
that. I
every
don't
time.
really like this whole run out of bounds strategy. If you're afraid to get hit, just let it bounce past you.
That'd be an onside kick, though, and then we'd have the ball.
Or just recover it. Wave a fair catch. I don't care. Don't just run out of bounds. Ball is at the 39-yard line of Gilmer County. 4:45 left to go in this game. 58-6. Clay Battelle leads over Gilmer County.
I will say this, 2 more passes and I'm out of room. He's at 27 passes.
Hoffman is still in the game. Hoffman's going to run this time on a speed option. Ooh, nice hit by TJ Barr. Goodness gracious.
Number one's like, I don't want to get hit by that mini fridge here. You take it and threw it out to Hamrick there, who ended up.
Hamrick's like, I don't really want it either.
I think he wanted to toss it back after he caught it. He was like, maybe I should just drop this. But it was backwards.
4 minutes now left to go in this game. By the way, Jules Vega forgot his tee. Cooper Payton runs off, showing that elusive speed. Hoffman claps his hands together. You're going to run out of room, Chance. He throws, and it is incomplete.
1 more to go.
That
That's
is 2 drops there by Tyler Ratliff that have gone straight through his hands.
Makes you wonder where that was coming from, because he was pretty sure-handed earlier on in the game.
Yeah. Reed comes out. Vega comes in. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this game.
It was good coverage by Cottrell over there.
It was. Don't you dare enter the ball hawk land.
Have to come up with another name besides Savage Lands.
Trips or 2 receivers off to the left. It's very tight. And Chance, you have definitely run out of room now on the
I have
passing
hit it,
game.
yep. 1 more pass, and I am in trouble. That'd be 28 passes by Huffman, or no, 27 passes by Huffman, 2 by Page.
Shackelford, the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up 4th down and 10 with 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. This will certainly be the final drive for Gilmer County, because if Clay Battelle gets the ball back, they can just kneel it out. Hoffman claps his hands. 1 more pass. Rolls to his left. Acts like he's going to tuck it and run. Reverses field back to the right. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. Shackelford had it. It tipped off his hands, but it falls incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. Chance, you are going to have to get 1 first down here, as the clock has stopped at 2:03.
You will. I'm going to say you will not.
No, you just need to run 1 play.
I think with the running clock, I think you'll be all right.
You need to run 1 play of 3 seconds or more.
Yeah. Just step back. Don't go to your knee right off the bat.
Now the clock runs. Okay, so you don't have to run another play. But you might want to. I mean, it's freshman snaps.
I'd say you probably will see like a quarterback keeper here. Get the experience.
1:45 left to go in this game. McLaughlin going to take a knee.
Well, that will hurt McLaughlin's rushing stats there.
Yeah, I think. You going to count it?
It counts as a play.
Oh, all right. 1:20 left to go.
Ain't saying I like it.
We'll have the post-game wrap-up presented by Z-Bart of Morgantown, here to restore your vehicle's original showroom beauty and shine from the inside out. Fort Pierpont Center, Morgantown, or search Z-Bart of Morgantown online. As we approach the final minute of this game, 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap, knee, down. Chance, I'll ask you, who is your player of the game tonight?
I tell you, this is an interesting one because if you look at total rushing yards, you think Caleb Hall, but he only has 1 TD. You got Corey with 64 and 3 TDs. Oh, man.
You want me to go first? I can
go first.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Caleb Hall. Caleb Hall should have had a deeper touchdown, but he did get one.
He did,
and
correct.
he got the majority of the yards because he did a couple of big runs and then proceeded to get subbed out, and then whoever, the quarterback or the running back, took it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. He had probably a couple TDs taken back. And just overall, 178 yards on 11 carries. That's an impressive night for the kid.
All right, we'll take our final break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up here on WAJR.com.
Z-Bart is your local expert for automotive appearance and protection. Let's talk about rust. Rust is slowly eating away at the metal in your car. Z-Bart's rust protection stops the rust that began the minute you drove your vehicle home. And even if your car isn't new, Z-Bart's Rust Eliminator halts existing rust in its tracks. Protect one of life's largest investments. Go to zbart.com. Z-Bart of Morgantown, I-68 exit 7. Rust never stops until you hire Z-Bart.
This is the WAJR post-game show presented by the Insurance Centers, where serving you is our best policy.
Wrapping things up here from Gilmer County High School, as Chance, I'm sorry, I suffer from short-term memory loss. Did you give a player of the game?
I went with Caleb Hall. I agreed with you. You kind of convinced me with your story because he did have a couple called back. I did feel bad for him that when he got down there.
He did have a pick six, by the way.
I forgot about that. That definitely has to be player of the game then when you add that. I remembered Eli Cottrell's interception. I actually forgot the pick six.
Colt Sandy's 2 sacks tonight. Cooper Payton forced 2 fumbles.
I mean, I was looking for a different player like that to begin with because I thought Cooper Payton had a really good game on the defensive side of the ball. But at the same time, Caleb Hall with the pick six and then 174-yard rushes with a TD. There's no doubt that's who the game ball needs to go to.
Any final thoughts before we send things off?
We have some stuff to look at on film. Try to improve the passing game a little bit going into next week versus Meadowbridge. And I am pretty confident in saying that if you get an opportunity to listen next week, you will be seeing a game that has huge single-way playoff implications.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we will wrap things up here on WAJR.com. Your final score here from Glenville State College, Clay Battelle 58, Gilmer County 6. For Ethan Collins and Chance Collins, good night.
High school football on WAJR has been brought to you in part by Advanced HVAC and Plumbing, keeping your home cozy year-round. Town's residential HVAC and plumbing leader for over 20 years. Online at advancedheatingandcooling.info. By HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, West Virginia's choice for physical therapy for over 45 years. When your